This is Meri at the Meri Atelier, and it is Friday evening. I believe it's April 10th. Welcome to my desk. Welcome to my desk. This morning, I did a kind of a marathon from the wee hours of the morning. I did several things, but I made this magazine holder out of a Kellogg's cornflake box. So it's still sitting on my desk from this morning. I just put my paper in here. I'll be taking that out, putting some more magazines. I have quite a little collection of these Somerset, not in order, but whenever I can afford them, I get them. Hi, Elise. Welcome in, welcome in. It's good to see you. I'm going to set this aside. And see if I can balance it. Tonight I'm going to do various things. Let me get on to my other phone here so that I can check chat and say hello to folks who come in. I hope we're all off to a good weekend. I have to type in my password on a couple of these phones. And let's see, better turn the sound down and go to YouTube and my channel. Do you ever watch this guy? He's fun to watch. Most Beautiful Great Dane. Karen tried to stop something, and something about a kitty cat. Looks like they're trying to sell me a credit card. Sam's Club is in trouble. Don't renew your membership, they say. Jacqueline officially ended her break today. I did not. Actually, I was so tired I slept most of the day. So, I did not go in there for her sale, but she officially ended her break. My break is going to go until the 1st of May, my buy-in break, because I'm saving up for a new printer. Let's see, tomato plants crave something or other. Israel, the war stuff. The lady's retiring from her jewelry making. Okay, well, let's go to my channel. Let's go to my channel. Let's do my live. Here I am. Hello, hello, hello. We got a bra ad. I always get the bra ads. I guess beggars can't be choosy, can they? And look, I got 6 of you out there, but I can't see chat. Come on. I want to see my chat. I usually have to close it and reopen it. And then that doesn't always. There it is. Oh, it's Dee Dee. Hi, Dee Dee. Let's see. Did you all watch the Artemis return? Is that a space? I'm spinning. Am I spinning up above? Nope. Yeah, we're supposed to have really good internet, but oh, this is my light shining. But I was spinning too. Let's see. Hi, Vanessa, Angel Rose. Thank you so much. She says, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And I'll repeat what Jacqueline always says. Jacqueline always says, a thumbs up and a like, comment, share, subscribe is the best compliment you can give her. And not only that, it does help promote the channel. Some of you cannot afford all types of super chats and all of that, and the way you can help us stay active on YouTube is to thumbs up, like, comment, share, subscribe. And not only for me, I mean for me, but for all of the smaller art channels in our group. I think this is Angie. Whoops. Oh, I pinned this. Sorry about that. Although that's okay to have it. Oh, Vanessa says she's dropping in to say hi. I have to call it a night. I've been throwing up. Oh, Vanessa. Oh my goodness. Well, you get well soon. You take care of yourself. I know that's not fun. Sometimes when I eat the wrong food now, my tummy cannot digest that food, some of it. digestion issues, and I know when it's happening because I start getting a lot of gas in my tummy, and because I can't digest it, it has to come up. So I hope that that it's not too serious, and we want you to get well soon. Teresa popped in. Hi, Teresa. Welcome in, Teresa. Hugs to you. I saw the Facebook post, but I think it was it your anniversary? 40 some years. Your wedding anniversary, was that what it is? 40 plus years that you'd been married? Belinda? Oh, and there's Jacqueline. Hi, Jacqueline. How did your sale go, lady? How did your sale go? I'll be back. I'll be back. But you be sure and invoice me. You didn't do the invoices from the last time you sold. So, and I know I have an invoice from them there to pay. So you be sure and invoice me and I'll pay up. It's almost the middle of the month, so this is a good time to get an invoice. Hi, Belinda. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hi, 2.0. Welcome in. What time did you stop last night? I started in the wee hours of the morning Central Time, like 1:30 a.m. Central, if you're talking to me, 1:30 a.m. Central Time, and I went until 9 a.m. this morning. But I just worked at my own pace. There was not a lot of chat in here. And it was impromptu. I didn't tell anybody I was going to stream. But I did check to see if Ginger Cat and Juju usually come on late night. And wee hours. Ginger Cat is the wee hour of the morning. She's usually on around 1:30, but I didn't see her on. I checked your channel 2 or 3 times. She must be taking a break. Yeah, I did a marathon. I got several things done. No, Dee Dee Willingham is inspiration, let me tell you. I was working in my Paste-A-Page journal and taking care of scraps, and I found another package of scraps to use up. Hi, Carol. And Carol was on this morning after me. Carol is My Quiet Corner. Hi, Sylvia. Oh, it's good to see you, Sylvia. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Well, I'm going to do several things tonight, but I'm going to start out, since I've been kind of, let me put this phone up on the ledge, kind of not reorganizing, because I've been doing so many other things, but look, here's another card from Judy Patton. And I think this just came in the last couple days, and I haven't been in here to open it. I like to save these for opening up with you guys. So let's open Judy's. I'm sure this is probably an Easter card. She is so sweet to send. I need to make something for her. So this is Judy Patton. And I forget whether it's Judy or Esther, who used to be an art teacher. I think it was Esther. Those of you who follow Beth would know. But they are so sweet to me. Both of them are. This is Judy Patton's card. It just came this past week. Sometimes I have trouble getting these out of the envelopes even after I open it up here. Ooh, it looks pretty. Oh, look at that. Isn't that sweet? Oh, look at the bunny on the doily. Oh, that's so cute. And this says Psalm 118 or 113. I think it's 118. 118, I think it's 118:24. Oh, this is so cool. It says, "This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice. We will rejoice and be glad in it." And she glued that down. Yes, you know, some days it's hard to rejoice. It's just hard to rejoice some days. And you have to say, I'm going to rejoice regardless. We get this day. We get one more day on earth. And let's be grateful. I have to tell myself that too. Got to be grateful. The more grateful you are, and you count your blessings instead of your trials. Thank you so much, Judy. This is such a sweet card. All right. So one of the things I'm going to do tonight, and I might do it next, is I have here some paper cups. I have to get these out a little at a time. My gloves. I guess this is my... Did I not? Uh-oh. Did I not bring everything in? Oh, I'm not going to go back out in the porch. Well, I thought I brought all my... Oh, here they are. I did. What I have here, I'm going to show you what I'm going to be planting. And we're still having cooler weather here. Like it was in the 30s last night. The high 30s, but it was still cold. And I think we've got some storms heading our way. I think we're on the edge of some storms that are coming up from Texas. I got some lavender and some asters, some cut flowers. Now these, and the lavender I'll probably put in planters, but these I'll probably sow. I'll have to read the directions. Parsley, rosemary, marigold is what we're going to do tonight. Marigold, nasturtium I'll put over here. Marigold, some inchia, coneflower, and then this is a white. This is purple, and this is white. And lemon balm, I want to try that. Petunia, I'm going to try the petunias inside too. So, let's see, the lavender. Did I put lavender over in here? Let's see, let's do a lavender, a petunia, and I think I want to do these fat marigolds, the big blossoms. So that's kind, and then I have a big old package of zinnia seeds that I'm just going to sow in the ground. And I didn't bring my bulbs in here. I've got gladiolas. Is it a dahlia? And I bought some canna bulbs, mostly gladiolas. And I got to get the onions in. My brother said, you should have had your onions in already. And I'm going, well, I was running around doing stuff for you. So we're going to just plant some flowers. And I'm going to do this tonight. I guess I'll leave my gloves out because I'm going to play in dirt. Mary's playing in dirt. Put this back in the box. And what did I do with those cups? What did I do with them? I have those paper cups out. Hold on. Here they are. So I'm going to start these at least tonight. I'm going to plant them in paper cups. And if you won one of those fairy postcards, they're all ready to go. All I need to do is address and stamp them. And I'm trying to get my act together here. If you want a daffodil card, I still have to write the verses on there. I need to get those out and going though. So let's see, I think I'll do 12s. 3, 3, 3. That's 9, 10, 11, 12. And this is, maybe if I put it that way. And I'm going to start them in these paper cups. Now, in our west window, I have 2 lavender plants that can be transplanted when they're safe enough to put outside. I also have some, oh, that purple. I keep forgetting what it is. Growing in the west window. I don't know if it's going to survive a transplant or not. And our bulb that we got at, what was it, Christmas, our amaryllis bulb, it bloomed and we cut it down and it's starting to grow again. So let's start with 3. And I got seed starter. Now, I don't know if I have to put dirt in there. I did not bring dirt in. I just have, and I got this at Menards, so hopefully it's good stuff. Becky went out and planted her potatoes this morning. She was in my stream and she said, I'm going to go plant my potatoes. I don't know if I'm going to try potatoes. The thing that it takes a while for them to root. Well, the sweet potatoes do. I don't know about the regular potatoes. But I'm opening this package here. Let's just stack these up. Do them 3 at a time here. Put these up here. I'm opening this package up. Let's see. It does have a... Oh, this kind of... He taped that shut for me. It kind of broke open at the counter. And I didn't notice it being so bad. Master Garden Organic Premium Seed Starter. Formulated with coconut coir, C-O-I-R, and horticulture grade perlite. Feeds up to 3 months. Enriched with organic plant food. Enriched. It has organic plant food for better germination. And it doesn't say anything about mixing it with dirt. How to use. Use clean containers and tools. Rinse containers and tools thoroughly if cleaning agents have been used. For starting seeds, select containers with good drainage. Well, let me reach over and get my... And I do have the top of out in the back porch. I do have a top of one of those plastic tubs. My brother likes to use one of those plastic tubs to maybe I'll make these a little deeper, to carry his groceries in from his car. And so he doesn't use the lid. That's pretty good drainage, wouldn't you say? It's got 3, 6, 7 holes. We'll do that. 1 in the center, sort of. And 1, 2, 3. Let's make that one 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Don't lose that, Mary. All right. I did that. Let's see what else it says here that I might be missing. Got the good drainage. Fill containers to within 1/4 of the top with seed starter. Mix gently and add lukewarm water to moisten. Well, I can do that. Sow seeds as directed on the package. Plant the recommended depth. After sowing, moisten with a fine spray. Well, I've got that to settle the soil mixture around it. Germination. Cover with a sheet of plastic or paper. Well, I can do that. Until germination starts. Place the container in a warm, well-lit area. Water is necessary. Sprouts. When the seeds sprout, remove the plastic paper sheet and move the container immediately to a sunny area, or place 3 to 4 inches below fluorescent and grow lights. Young seedlings usually require 8 hours of direct sunlight. Well, I usually start my seeds in the back porch, and I haven't had too much trouble with that. I think they get too hot on that windowsill. I could put them on the windowsill and move my lavender to the back porch. Let's see. As seedlings grow, water when mixture becomes dry. After 2 weeks of growth, add balanced natural fertilizer. And it's got a caution here. Do not swallow. Don't eat the seed starter. Avoid contact with eyes, open sores, or cuts. Wash exposed skin thoroughly after use. Keep out of reach of children. Okay, well, I'm going to use my gloves. It smells like dirt. And I'm just going to do these one at a time. Put the dirt in one at a time. And I'll put my gloves on here. Sorry, I'm not watching chat. If I haven't welcomed you in, I'll be coming out in a minute or so, and I get this done. And well, a few 15 or 20 minutes or so. But I want to welcome you in if you're here and I haven't greeted you yet. Welcome in, welcome in. Now this doesn't have holes in it, and I'm just going to use it as a pour spout here. And I do have a box to put these in to carry them out in the porch. Let's see, I think I'm going to kind of pack it down a little. It's very light and fluffy. Light and fluffy. And they said like a 1/4 inch above the top. So we'll do that. And I know if you live in a warmer climate, you may already have your plant set out, but ooh, I think I got enough here. It's about a 1/2 inch, maybe a little bit more. All right, I think that'll do it. And yeah, I tend to make a mess. Let's see if I can put this dirt back in the package here without too much trouble. And let's do all 3 of them. Hi, the Messy Palette. Diane, welcome in. You thought we were making some cool exotic texture paste. Well, I suppose if the seeds would germinate and I got plants out of it, I could tear them up and make texture out of the plants that grow. And I need to turn that fan toward me, it's warm. Who else has come in here? Belinda, the Messy Palette, Dee Dee. I have to take my glove off. Hi, Christina. We're planting a flower garden. Welcome in, ladies. Who else have I missed? Christina, Di, Brenda, Carol, Dee Dee, Becky. She's too pop to party tonight. What did you do? Plant those potatoes all day? Becky's too poop to party. I think she did a video on making a hot pad today. Let's see. Christina, Belinda says hi to Dee Dee. They're saying hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Sylvia's here. Becky says hi to Carol. Dee Dee is inspiration and motivation and more, isn't she? Whoops, I was just at Becky's. Oh, I missed it. I was just what Becky was saying in it. She said she's going to say goodnight. She's too pooped to party. She's too pooped to party, Becky is. I understand. Thanks for coming in, Becky, and saying hello. She says she's going to watch for a little while but may fall asleep. What did you do all day besides plant potatoes and crochet? I think I said hello to everybody. Jacqueline is here. You'll invoice me by Sunday. Okay, that'll be great. Elise is here. I think I caught everybody now. Let me go down to the bottom. If I missed you, speak up. You made a seed tape once with flower glue as a gift. Oh, that's interesting. They just snip and plant. What a great idea. Maybe I'll have to try that. Did you use masking tape? Is that what you used? Maybe I'll have to try that. To put my gloves back on. Tedious once being the operative word. So are you saying it was easier just to throw it in the ground? My dad loved to plant tomatoes and onions. That was his big thing. And we'd have tomatoes coming out and he would start his tomatoes in January. And we had them in the kitchen window, all in the back porch. Our back porch windows when my mom and dad's house faced the south. So they got a lot of direct light, and our windows in the kitchen faced the west. So they got a lot of afternoon sun. He didn't go any further than that, though. And he'd grow those onions, and they'd get big. We eat our onions before they get big. And he'd set them out. He'd set them out on he had two big barrels, and he put this kind of a refrigeration grate across the two barrels. It was something they used in restaurants, and it stretched across two barrels. My brother still has one of those. And he'd put all those onions out there to dry. Nobody bothered them because they were onions. Okay, there's the second one. I did this last year too. I did not have very good luck with my marigold. They grew fine as seedlings, but once I put them in the ground, we had really hot winds last year, and boy, it ruined my daisy plant that I had, and it ruined a lot of my marigold plants. They couldn't take it. And that was kind of surprised me, but that hot wind really, it gets really windy around here. I got an ad. I don't think my gloved hands will. Can I touch it? No. I have to take my gloves off to get rid of that ad, so if you're saying something to me, I can't see it. Let me take my glove off here. This is a long-term project, Di. Work now and then water, water, water. Reward is much later. I got to get out and I told the gals last night that my brother bought a new lawnmower. Our lawnmower needed to be tuned up, and he took it in, and he bought it from the Honda place, and they stopped selling lawnmowers. And he said they stopped making them. Now, I don't know if they just stopped making the push mowers, is what we had. And I told my brother, well, my brother called to see, to get if he could bring our old mower in. And I would happen to be sitting by the phone, and I said, do you have any in stock? Any push mowers in? And he said, yes. And so I told my brother when he took that lawnmower in to get it tuned, he would take it in every year to get it tuned up. Spark plugs changed and, you know. And I said, check and see how much the lawnmowers are that he still has in stock, because I thought maybe they'd be on sale. And he said, oh, they're probably around $1,700. And he said he guessed that they were probably. And I said, well, don't guess, ask. And you know how a sister says that stuff. Don't guess, ask. And he didn't say any more, and I didn't say any more. Well, he came home, and I was busy in a class online. And so I didn't talk to him until later, and I asked him if he checked on the lawnmowers, and he said he bought one. I said, well, how much did you pay for it? $800, which is probably a pretty good price. And, of course, I don't know much about the price of lawnmowers. And it'd be nice to have a riding mower, but I don't really need one. Now, do I continue putting in dirt, or do I plant? Let's see, I've got 4 sets of 3. How many seeds do I have here? I have 3 packets of seeds. I might get another packet. I might do 3 petunia, 3 marigold, 3 lavender, and I'll get another kind. So I'm going to plant these. I'm going to put this dirt behind me. I'll have to get it quick when I put it away. So what shall I think I'll do the marigold first, and then I won't plant all the seeds. Now it says here, an early free flowering French mixture with fully double 2.5-inch blooms on shades of gold, orange, and red. Sow in average soil in full sun after danger of frost. Blah, 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 blah. Sow seeds about 6 inches apart. It doesn't say I can plant them inside, but I think you can transplant marigolds because I buy them. This is talking about putting them in the ground. I'm going to try to transplant them. It doesn't say, usually they say, what does it say about the petunias? And these are burpee seeds. Start indoors. Let's do these. Start indoors. Blooms, massive, large blooms all summer long. A blend of red, purple, pink, and white. Start indoors in a warm, well-lit area about 8 weeks before and I think our last frost is like the 1st of May. So I'm not 8 weeks. I'm probably about 4 weeks. So we're going to do the petunia seeds. I don't know how big they are. And I'm going to get I got to moisten the soil. I'm going to get a shish kebab stick to poke a hole if I can reach. Dee Dee usually has a beautiful garden. Well, I'm going to have to bring it toward me. Oh, look, there's the scissors. I guess I used all those. Let me open up the package of skewers. I call them shish kebab. They're skewers. Bamboo skewers. Okay. Got another pair of scissors here. Let me put these back. Got some pretty trim here. All right. And I need to moisten the soil. So I'm going to use this. And let's see how, well, let's moisten the soil first. And that isn't, I think I'm gonna, that's just getting a little on it. Let's use this other one. It comes out more. Well, when it comes out more. Come on. No, it's not coming out. I usually just dump this in my watercolor. Let's just dump it. Let's just dump it. I want the water to seep down inside of it. And is that the wrong cup? That has holes. One of these is wrong. I'll have to. This has holes. This dirt needs to go in this cup. I'll have to change that, or to poke holes in it. I want to take this and, well, it's pretty good. After I pack it down, it's about a ½ inch. Let's take some dirt out of this. I'm going to have to. Meri's doing this her way, which isn't always the best way, but let that soak in. We'll tamp that down a little. That's about a 1/4 inch from the top. Okay, now I'm going to put 2 seeds in, I think, each. Last year I put so many in, afraid that they wouldn't sprout, and I had to thin them out. Let me get this open if I can. Of course, they seal it real good, don't they? That's so the seeds won't fall out. I think these seeds are, marigold seeds are kind of long and thin. I'm just doing this slow. I'm in no hurry tonight. I'm in no hurry. Haste makes waste. Did I cut that opening up? Is it still sealed? Let's do it. Tear it. Chew it open. So let's poke some holes. I'm going to put one on each side. One there. And what did they say, about a 1/4 inch? Is this so thinly and barely press into seed starters. So let's just get a little shallow area here. That's thin. Very slow here. Now I have to open up my envelope again. And we'll see if at least one comes up. It'd be nice if they both come up. I have trouble opening these packages. I only want a couple seeds. Oh, they're tiny. These are tiny, tiny seeds. I thought marigold. Oh, these are the petunias. Well, I'm not going to be able to sow just a couple. I'm just going to. These are tiny. These are the petunias. These aren't the marigolds. I'm just going to. And we'll see what. I'll have to thin them out. I hope that wasn't all of them. I hope that wasn't all of them. That might have been all of them. Oh dear. Well, let's just take some of this and see if it comes up. And I didn't water that down. I don't know what I've done here. I thought this was I thought there were more seeds. I didn't know these were so tiny. We'll see what comes up. Boy. There might be some more in there. No. That was all of them. Well, I'm disappointed. I didn't know what I was doing. Let's just press this down a little. And this is the one that doesn't have holes in the bottom. We'll see what comes up out of this. I'm gonna guess 2 out of that. We'll see what comes up. I goofed. I thought there were more seeds in here. Man, I paid $3 for that. $1.96 at Menards. That was a bust. Well, let's do another. Well, I have lavender, marigold. This has holes in it, and this has holes in it. This one doesn't. I'm going to wait and see if anything comes up. And if it starts germinated, I'll poke some holes down there. And I want to do the dirt again. Because these both have holes. That has holes in it. All right, Mary's just messing around. I thought I had the, well, now I know how tiny those petunias are. Right, what they are in the cup. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Messy, Diane, I will do that. Multitasking. Hi, Allie K. She says she's multitasking, watching you and the baseball game. Yep, you and my nephew, huh? He loves his baseball. All right. Let's grab another cup. And poke hole, turn that one upside down to poke holes in it. And this one to scoop with. Get my hole poker here. I can't do much with my gloves on. Scissors. Of course, when I'm outside doing this, I'm much faster, and I don't really start seeds outside. I usually do it in the back porch. I guess I should say when I'm alone, I just go to it. All right. So these three have holes in them. This one's dirty. And I am going to write what's on. I know those two are petunias. All right, and these will be the marigold. That one's filled. This one's poked. I need dirt. I think I got more than one package of petunias, though. I'll probably get some more. I'll probably buy some. Whoops. I'll probably buy some. Messy, messy, Mary. This bag in my lap doesn't want to sit straight. Bit more in there. Just water it down. Now, did I do the one that had the holes in it? Yeah. That's the cup. All right, I'm good. Let's put some water in there. All right, there's that one. And did I put water in this one? I don't think I did. Let's put water in it. If those one petunias, those first things that I put the petunias in, if I start getting a lot of them, I might try to pull some over into another cup. I don't know if I can do that or not. All right, one more. One more. So what y'all got going on this weekend? What are y'all doing? Anybody going to any event or going shopping, going garage sailing? I so want to go garage sailing, but I got a whole bunch of nickels and dimes that I've saved for over the years, but I'm not going to do it till May, and they'll probably all be over with by then, but I always find good stuff. I don't need any more stuff. My brother says, you don't need any more stuff. And he's right. I really need to use up. And I'm trying. Then I see cool stuff that I want. Are you like that? No plans for this weekend, Ellie says. She's gonna stay home and relax. I'll put some water in that and somewhere in there. Got a little left in here. It wants to spill over. Don't spill over. I always buy 2 hanging baskets of petunias to hang on the porch, but I thought I would try to grow some. I haven't really, my mom used to grow petunias all the time. She loved her double petunias. All right. That one had holes in it. Did I do it wrong again? No, that one has holes in it. This one does. So, and this one doesn't. It just looks like it does. Where's my skewer? We're going to do the marigolds next. I'm going to empty this dirt in the bag. Nice and neat. We don't need that. Or that. Got a little wet here. Oh, Mary, just if I do it in front of you guys, I get it done. Okay. Now we're gonna do the marigold. And the marigold, I know, are longer seeds. The seeds are much longer. I found another pair of scissors. I have 3 pair of scissors out here, 3 big ones. Probably have another pair here too. There's my poker. I get these out of the way. Put them up here for now. Up here is a dangerous spot. And I want a marker. That's not the marker I want. There's a lid. I probably have an open one here someplace. Let's write on here that this is petunia. This is the fat petunia. I know because the dirt is full. I'm going to put big petunias because the blooms are big. Big. I should have written on them before I planted them, but that's okay. Petunia. You know what I'm gonna do? Penelope! I'm gonna dethrone you for a minute to get my masking tape. This is It's not showing up very good on that cup. It's going to take me a while. I'm a slow go person here. It doesn't have to be perfect. They'll get all wet anyway. Big petunia. That's a P. It looks like an A with the dark of the P-E-T-U-N. I'm the only one who's going to read this anyway. I know what it says, Big Petunia. It looks like A-G-T. It's P-E-P-E-T. There we go. U-N-I-A. This one could have a bit more dirt in it, but this is where I just pulled them over from the other side. I don't know if I got seed in there. Their seed was so tiny. We'll see what comes up out of that. I don't know if I'll get any plants out of it. V-I-G. Big petunia. Well, it's big marigold. The petunias aren't big. I thought I had marigold and I was thinking big. So the petunias might be small. Got a little confused. It's big marigold. Big marigold. The blossoms are big. We'll be going to town again soon. I'll grab some more. Big marigold. I haven't planted them yet. Big marigold. Doesn't have to be super duper neat. And this is big marigold. I guess we're only going to do 9 of these. I'd have to get out another seed packet. I don't want to do that. That's okay. I'll do this and the lavender. Big marigold. And we'll see how this turns out. My lavender did pretty good from last year. I still got 2 of them in the windowsill. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the 3 lavenders before I fill them, because I have everything out here. Lavender. And do you watch Marian's World? She does stitching and all of that. She and Catherine kind of know each other, but she does a lot of garden work. Boy, she gets out there and does all that heavy stuff. All right, lavender. L-A-V-E-N. Is it D-A-R? D-E-R. D-E-R. She does it herself. She inspires me for the gardening. I watch at K3N mostly for the slow stitch, but they're both really good. Lavender. L-A-V-E-N-D. What I like about the lavender is you don't need really good soil. Where's my poking tool? Lavender. Lavender. All right, we're going to set these aside until I get my petunias planted, or my marigolds planted. And put my tool over here. Oh, I don't need the masking tape anymore. We can put it back on Penelope's throne. And let me take a minute to look at chat before I plant my seeds. Oh, you're being stubborn. Let's take a minute and look at chat. Let me refresh it. All messages. Marian's World. Thank you, Allie K. Dee Dee says she's heading out. Have a good night. Have a great weekend, Miss Dee Dee. You inspire me. Yes, you do. Dee Dee always has a beautiful garden. I can't. She just, I don't understand how she does it. She does beautiful, beautiful garden. Allie K says, interesting. A player on the Washington baseball team has the last name of Abrams. I wonder if any relation to Meri. There's a lot of Abrams in this world. There's a lot of Abrams there, and there's Abraham, and they spell it they spell our name instead of Abrams. They always put Abrahms instead of Ahams. And then I complicate it with my first name. Allie K says she has no plans this weekend. She's going to rest. Belinda says hello to Allie. Dee Dee says, Allie, I'm watching the splashdown. Oh, that Artemis must have been a space. And the astronauts waiting to deboard the capsule. Multitasking, watching the baseball game. Write what they are on the cup. Okay, I'm caught up with chat. I only got 12 of you in here, but that's okay. Some of you came in and said, Christina says good night to Dee Dee. Some of you said hello, and I appreciate it when you can't stay and you just come in and say hello. I appreciate that. I don't need a huge audience. Let's see. I think I already put water on these. So, and let's get out my seed here. And I'm just going to rip this package. Fiddle around with it. But getting it open is another story. Spill. Yeah, see, these are what I thought I was getting. And I'm just going to put a couple in each. And I'll have more seed. But I'm just going to put a couple in each cup. Because I did more. Now let's see, does it say to sow it or do it say it's a planet? Sow seeds about 6 inches apart. Cover well with 1/4 inch of dirt. So I'm just going to kind of make a little hole. About a 1/4 inch down. And I had so many. And I can't. Maybe I'll put 3 in because there's a lot of seeds here. 1, 2. Get in there. And we'll put 1 kind of in here. Maybe 1 over. I guess I'm going to do 4 to a cup. And if they all come up, I'll have too many. But they usually don't all come up. So there's that one. I'll come back to it. And this dirt is a little lopsided. Water. The water. Water moved it. So I'm going to put 4 to a cup. We'll see what happens. I had way too many in my... I don't trust they're all going to come up. So here, 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 and here. One. Two. 3. And I'm going to put the final ones in here. 4. Stuffing them in there. I got more than 1 in there. Now I'm going to just kind of pack it down a little. That one didn't go down in. One more. Let's see how much seed. I got a lot of marigold seeds, so I'll be doing some more. That's way more than I need. Oh. Move that dirt. Kind of that water pushed it to one side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll let you know how these germinate. I didn't have a problem with them last year. My marigolds germinated fine. It was after I transplanted them, the wind got them. It got really, really hot. All right. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'll do the rest of these another time. I'm kind of disappointed in my petunias. I didn't expect the seeds to be so small. It's probably why a lot of people buy them at the plant store, the nursery, rather than trying to plant them. I'm reaching for my painter's tape here. We're only going to do 9 of them. Well, we're not even going to do 9. We're going to do 8 because my petunias, I only got 2. All right, I need some dirt. Put this dirt in a bag. Hold on a minute. I'm going to put the bag of dirt in another bag in case I don't see it dripping out, but I feel like it might. So if I get a hole in it, it will fall into the sack. There we go. I need my cup. Mary's just playing. All right, I'm gonna use my fingers here and just cover it. They say to cover it with 1/4 inch, but it'll all, when I water it, it'll all soak down. All right, there's that one. I have to use my hands. There's that one. I'm going to have to open that other deal of water. No, not do anything that needs water tonight. I have my drinking water over there I can use. I have some water in my clean water in my paint bottle. I washed out my paintbrushes today and I put clean water in there. I haven't used it yet. Okay, so I think the petunias are done. Of course, I got water out here. I save these towels out and then I stack things on top of them and they're hard to get out. Got more dirt on there than let's see if I can put this dirt in here. And that's kind of wet there. All right, I'm done with that. Throw that away. I am going to put my gloves back on when I do this. That's the scooper duper. I was out. I have a dandelion picker. And I need to get out in the yard. And I did it yesterday, but I didn't go out today. The way those dandelions pop up overnight. Our yard gets full of dandelions. I need to get them before they go to seed. But our neighbor's yard is full of dandelions, so it really doesn't do me much good because they all blow this way. That does have holes in it, right? Yeah. Now I'll open up this one. Some water in there. Let it soak down my cup and mash it down a little. That's good, I think. So there's that one. I don't know how big that lavender seed is, so I gotta be careful when I take it out. I don't want to do the same thing with the lavender that I did with get a good old cupful here. I'm not an expert gardener. I'm just playing. It's fun to try to grow things, watch them grow. There's a little bit more in there. I got more. I don't have seed starter. I've got potting soil. I might go get me some more seed starter at Menards. Probably next week. I have one more to do. I think I'll have just enough water. I've got about a half bag left though. Oh, got my hand in there. Let me do this over the bag so that I have more control. A new kind of texture paste, Di said. Christina says, I think I should watch some Marian. Maybe I'm ready to do some stitching. Oh, do that. Yes, she... And watch K3N Cloth Tales, too. They both do really good projects. They both give really good advice on slow stitching. I'm behind on my slow stitching. I was doing I kind of got behind on the envelope because I wanted to do a window envelope. And that took me some time to figure out. If you do a weekly project, you kind of want to not get too involved in, especially if you have a bunch of other stuff going on in your life. But I did do the found objects, and of course I got all involved in that and made it 2.5 times as large as what the other ones are. Because I have a lot of objects around. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a found object scroll. And put a little more on top of that. And just stitch things on there randomly. Okay. Now I'm ready to plant my lavender. Oh, let's take this dirt and put it in the bag. Gotta save every little bit of seed starter. How many seeds could start in there? I mean, the cracks of the sidewalk. Let me open the bag. Okay. Put that behind me. And this is lavender. And this one I just finished. And this one. And I think I started my lavender inside. I don't know if it tells us to do this here. Yeah, start indoors. Foliage and flowers have wonderful scent. And they really do, even if they're dried. because I have one lavender plant that didn't make it, and I'll take my hands and just kind of rub it on that and smell it, and it smells like lavender. Dried to make sachets. Zones 6 through 9. I think we're in zone 5. Start indoors 8 to 10 weeks. Well, gently press seeds into seed starting formula and keep moist. Seedlings emerge 14 to 28 days. Well, they came up they came up faster than 28 days. So it sounds like I just need to kind of press them in there. Transplant to larger containers when seedlings have at least 2 pairs of leaves. Now they feel a little bit larger than those small petunia ones. Watermelon seeds will sprout really fast. Let me get these out of my way here, so I'm done with my pens. The scissors are in the way. Well, no, they're pretty small. So I can't really say how many to put in each one. I'm just going to kind of sew them in there. And we'll see what comes up. I'm gonna sew them all in here. If I get more, I'll thin them out. I've got about that same amount left in the envelope, and that's plenty for me. Now I'm gonna tamp them down. I put my cup in the bag. Let's kind of tamp them down and put some water on them. I think I'll spritz these rather than flood them with water. Put my spritzer back in there to put tape on that, because there's still seed in there. Hopefully I can still spritz out of here. Yeah. I said to water them, keep them moist, so I guess this isn't going to hurt them. My poor petunias. I don't know what's going to happen with those. So now I'm done planting. I used all my water. I'm going to put them in a box, and I'll take them out in the back porch. Now, let me get this cap on here. Grab another towel here and a napkin. I've got 8 of them, which will fit in that little box quite nice. Under here, if I can. Paper would look better, Mary. Hold on. This thing is heavy. Guess I'm not going to get that done. All right, that's fairly clean. I'll go over it with some hand sanitizer after I get these off my desk. So let's grab this smaller box that I have here. Put these in here for now, and then I'll put them on that lid later. Get them all in here. Be a little bit of fit. We'll keep each other standing. There we go. So I'll let you know. I'll let you know how they, if they germinate. I'll do a little video. So let me get these off my desk. I'll put this in my other box here with all my seed packets and my dirt and that cardboard, and put some tape on this. Some more lavender seed and some more marigold seed. I don't know what that is. Throw these away. My gloves. Put those down there. My gloves in the other box. I have a lot of Amazon papers and envelopes in one of these boxes that I pulled out. Let me put it back in. Scattered on my floor here. And an empty sack, plastic sack, and toss. An empty sack will stay in here. I'll use it for trash. All right. So that all goes back in the back porch. Now let's clean my, whoops, seed packets in here. There we go. What time is it? Would it take me 2 hours to do that? An hour and a half? Let's clean my desk. I'm only going until 10. That was kind of fun to do, though. It was fun to do. I enjoy doing it in front of you guys. These rulers off my desk for a minute without them tipping over. This is my I need to put more spritzer in here. I'm not going to do it tonight. I'm just going to get it out. Let's take all the beads off of it. We'll put them back on later. I have this wrapped around it. That goes to the heart, I think. All right, we'll deal with that at another time. Oops, I knocked over my little jewel box. Let's get the scraps off of here. And I'm just gonna pour some on here. I need to refill this bottle. It's running. It's running. And if you wash these little bead mats, like I have a little bead mat up here, I don't know if you can see it. Let me tear it off of it really sticks on there. It's a sticky thing. And I don't know if alcohol or hand sanitizer will, but if you wash them, got a paper on it. So they're sticky bead mats, and they stick to your surface. But if you wash this is the back side that I'm dealing with, and this is the front side. It's really dirty. Let me see if I can wash it and if it will make it sticky again. But let's wash my desk first. Yeah, that's dirty over here. That dirt. Ew! Some of it won't come off, it's stained. But I keep the stained side up because I don't want the other side to get... Let me get a clean towel. Let's wash this. See if it will make it sticky again. I don't know if hand sanitizer will make it sticky. I know water will, but I've used all my water tonight. I bought some more of these bead mats. I get the cheap ones. The ones you get at Beadsmith are kind of expensive. You pay $6 for one, and these I get 6 for 6, same price. Yeah, see, let it dry a little, and it gets sticky again. It's sticking to the paper towel. Sticking to my hand, and it's fairly clean. I don't expect it to eat off of it, and I like to keep it over here, kind of half on my tabletop and half off, because if I put it fully on my tabletop, my papers will stick to it. But if I have things that I don't want to roll around, that was before the Angie days, Angie Bowl days. All right, well, I think I'm gonna put a little bit more here and clean this off a little more. How much it'll clean, but I suppose if I got Clorox out, it would clean it better, but get some of that Dawn Power Wash. I bought some off of Amazon when they had their latest Prime Day sale, so I've got it on hand. I like it to clean our pots and pans with. My brother, I tell you, he just soaks his stuff in grease. I don't know how that man survives. He smokes and doesn't eat his vegetables and eats grease. And he'll go to the doctor and he'll come out and say, they said I was fine. And I'm going, I eat sweet corn off of the corn and the cob off of the ear and I get a tummy ache. Alrighty. Where's the lid to this? I took it off. Where are my scissors? Scissors and scissors and my rulers. I don't want to drop them, so I cleaned my rulers early this morning. I need to sharpen my scissors, some of them. All right. Well, let me turn around. I might have put it over here on the floor. I don't know what I did with it. I can't find it, so where am I going to put it so it doesn't spill? It's here someplace. My beads are over there. Oh, here it is, right up at the top of my desk. I'm going to refill this, so I'm not going to put the beads on it yet. But I still have a little left in there. Okay. It's a little hazy. Wipe this off a little more. You can't see it, but I can. The haziness. Alrighty. So the other thing I wanted to do tonight, and I haven't done it in a long time, I want to draw with my, these used to be water soluble. That's an ATC that I made a couple weeks ago. And I have this, this is the index card one. I was going to draw in the journal, but it's just, I don't want to draw on those cards. I'm going to draw on this cardstock. This is the Neha paper. It's 80-pound paper. We're just going to play. I'm leaving at 10. It's 9. It's 9:18 now. Well, actually, it's a little bit earlier than that. So I'm looking at my clock that's 4 or 5 minutes ahead. So it's about 9:15. Let me get this paper back in its place. And I'm just going to play. I'm going to fold it in half because I'll probably put it in a journal. And I'll fold it in half. I like a journal about this size because I can hold it in my hand. The larger journals are nice if you want to go to a lot of detail, but I usually don't. Looks like I got some wet on here from over this way, but that's okay. Now, I used all my water, so I'm going to take some of my drinking water. This is what I drink out of. I have wax paper on the edges here. This is the cheap wax paper. I'm going to take a cup here and just pour a little in it. The cheap wax paper doesn't last very long on these jars. It's more paper than wax. But I usually drink all my water anyway. I want to put a little water in here. Oh, that may be a little too much. Let me pour that in my paint jar. There we go. Put that up there. And I'm not going to tighten this down because I might want some more. And I'll set this in a safe spot so it won't spill. And I'm going to grab my other phone. And let me grab some little brushes here. That's a fan brush. I washed out my brushes. Hold on. There's a couple brushes. Little brushes get lost in the big brushes. That's a fan brush. That's a fan brush. I should put them in a separate jar. It's not a brush. Oh, I've got 3 fan brushes in that jar. Hold on, I'm getting here. I'm getting there. I gotta stand up. Here are my little brushes. They're all in that jar. All right. So what I want to do is I want to play with these. I get these, or used to get them at the Dollar Tree. These R2 roller pens, and they used to be water soluble. Now the last couple ones that I tried a long time ago were not that water soluble. So I don't know how. Let me throw this away. I'm just going to break out a couple of them. I don't know how water soluble they are. I'm just going to do some sketching with these. I liked them because they were water soluble and I could do some tonal values with them. That's why I like. Boy, they're really taped in there. Tight in there. All right. And I'm going to turn off that overhead light because we get a reflection. And I don't want to put I guess maybe when I'm drawing I could, but I'm going to turn off the overhead light. Did I get it? Yeah. So, I'm just going to kind of play with these pens. Let me go. It's been a long time, so I don't expect my drawing to be that beautiful. It's been a long time since I've done anything. I'm going to go to Pixabay or unsplash.com. Let's go to Unsplash. Because that's a free site. unsplash.com. Go. And then you go, what do you want to draw? And let's see. I think I'll say portrait people. And then I'll decide if I want to do men or women. People. Portrait. Let's see what that comes up with. People portrait. Here's a young man with glasses. I might have to zoom in a little when I get started. There's a man. There's a man. Oh, look at, there's a woman. She's got short hair. She's kind of pretty. And she doesn't have a... I don't want to get involved with the teeth. None of these have open mouths. I don't want to get involved with the teeth. Oh, I like that one. I like her. She's pretty. She's got her hair all piled up on her head. I don't want to fool with the teeth tonight. I'm too tired to teeth. And she's pretty. Yeah. Just pick one, Meri. I like her too. I like her curly hair. Oh. Oops. I got out of it. Let's do that again. I spend so much time looking. No, I think I ended on her. No, I ended on her. I've done him before. I think he's a cutie. He looks Irish to me. He's got that little grin, that little dimple grin. She looks very serious. Oh, let me pick one here. I don't want to do hands. Well, let's just pick one of these. Do I want to do a man or a woman? I think I'll do this one. Published in July 29, 2023. Meg Aghamyan. Meghamyan. Agham. Aghamyan. I'm going to download it. Premium ready to use and get. Oh, come on. Do I have to pay for it? I thought they were free. I thought they were free. Did they change their policy? Sign up for free. Well, I'm not going to fool around with that. Let's go someplace else. Let's go to Pixabay. Are they also pay now? I haven't done this in such a long time. Go. Royalty-free images and royalty-free stock. So if it's royalty-free, let's see. Let's do, well, let's just, no, let's do a search. Is there a search? Is there a search in here? Upload. Search. spend more time looking for something, I might just go to Wiki and pick something off of Wiki. I just want to sketch. Oh, got the hands. I'm not getting portraits here. There's some kids. It's kind of a cute picture. Images of people portraits. Yeah. She's kind of pretty. I don't want to edit anything. I'm going to pick one. I don't want to waste all my time doing this. So these kids. Sign in with Google. I don't want to sign in. What happened to them here? Can I download it? Yeah. Here it is. We'll grab. We'll do this little guy. Because I do her, but she's got her teeth. I don't want to fool with teeth today. This is a really cute. This one's really cute. Maybe a little smaller there. And it's hard to swipe it. Let's make it smaller. Swipe. There we go. And edit this. And I don't want the full image, I just want his face. He's got sunshine. All right, and we'll save that. Increase the resolution. No, I don't need to do that. Did it work? There we go. No, I don't want to edit it. I don't want to edit it, Mary. I just want to expand it. That's what I wanted to do. There. Now let me zoom in so you can see. I haven't done any drawing for such a long time. I thought I would play with it. And we'll just do some fast sketchy sketches. I'm going to do it in ink. I'm going to do him in ink. And don't expect him to be perfect because it takes practice when you're not a pro. And I'm going to try this pen. Now, I always like to kind of talk my way through. He's got kind of a round face, his whole head, and of course, if you take his whole head, it's kind of a round, and the face itself, you see them draw their lines like that to get it all placed. I don't like doing that. I know it probably would help, but I like just going to it. And if it's not perfect, it's not perfect. But I do know that the eyes probably come down the eyebrows probably come down about a third, and probably the end of his nose, well, not quite a third. If you take his head, not his hair, if you just take the head here, this might be a third, this might be a third, and to the chin a third. This a third, this a third, and that a third, but not the hair. He's got hair topped on his head. And he's got a round head, and he's got, if you look at this, the sun is behind him, or the light, I think it's the sunshine, and it's hitting him from behind. So his hair is real dark in here, but look at his red hair there, fluffing out. And of course I don't have red, so let's see what I can do. It's been a while. And I'm just gonna wing it here. And he's got kind of a round, and I sketchy sketch to find my way. And if this pen is water soluble as I hope it is, if it's as water soluble as I hope it is, I won't have trouble with it. So I'm just kind of, now I even think that his face is too angular here. So I'm going to just kind of round it out a little. Maybe his chin a little more in here. And you only see his ear. Well, his ear, the end of his ear, he must be kind of looking up a little, because the end of his ears actually are lower than his nose. I put if you look at it, his nose is there and the end of his ears are there. The end of his ears almost come with the top of his lips, so he must be small, kind of looking up. So let's see, if I call this the top of his head with his hair in here, I'm just going to kind of put some curly hair in here. Curly hair. Just kind of mark it in there. So his eyebrows would be right about in here, I think. And we're just going to I'm just kind of getting my feel. I have not done this for such a long time. So, and then he's got, and this I learned from Annie V, is the eyes. It's hard to show you on that. Let's see if I can show you on a piece of paper, if I can pull it out. What paper is this? Everything else is coming out with it. What is this? Just a piece of scratch paper. That's good. The end of his eyes, I hope I can draw on this without it floating around on me. This eye here, his nose is in here, right there, and the other eye starts there, and the other eye starts there. It's about equal, this is an equal distance, this and this. So it's kind of 1, 2, and 3. This is an eye, this is the nose space, and this is another eye. Eye for eye. An eye. So what she's saying, but on him, I think it's a little bit wider because he's a child. He has a little bit more wider space. And I'm probably, when you do a child, you don't want to do all these scratchy lines that I did, because it actually makes them look older. You kind of want just one line, but I'm trying to find my way around on these because I haven't sketched for such a long time. And he's got a big eyeball here. Oh, I'm happy with that. Now, so I have an eye here. Let's do it on this side. From here to here. So doing the same thing, I should start this other eye right in there. Whoops. I marked it on my paper, but not on this. Right in here. That's about right. And he's looking head on. He doesn't have his head slanted or anything. Now he's really got more space in here than I have, so that's, but we'll just continue on and we'll put his eyeball in here. And then he's got just a little bit of a shadow under his eye, and then his nose comes down in here. He's got a little bit of a nose. And then he's got that little, I'm not going to do it in there, I'm going to shade it, but then he's got kind of like little baby lips here. They're not flat, they're kind of, I call them baby lips. Kind of come down like that. And the same way with this, it kind of comes like this and goes back down again. And then it's kind of dark in here. In there. And then he's got the little lines in here. And then he's got a little bit of a chin there. I don't know how happy I am with this, but we're going to go with it. And then his neck line comes in here and in here. Let's darken his eyes because I have to get some feeling in him. And let's give him just a little hint of an eyebrow over here. This one's probably too dark, but... And he's got a definite line above his eye. And over here, too. So, I was listening to one video, a couple years ago, of a lady who did portraits. And she said that she did her portraits when she actually was in a small town. I think it was over in Iowa. And she said that she sketched, when she did a portrait, she actually did like closer to 40 sketches before she did her final piece. And that made me feel good because now I think I got him looking more like a little girl than but he has kind of feminine. I think he's got wider space in here, maybe a little bit more of a... All right, I'm not gonna fool around with that too much. I'm just kind of getting I think I have him looking older here, and I'm not sure why. The neckline maybe isn't there. Maybe his hair doesn't all come out that much further as far as I have it out. Let's just do some curls and some darkening in here. His ear slightly falls just a little bit below his nose, so I'm going to put it just a little bit below, and I'm just going to kind of darken scribble this for his hair. He's a baby yet. He's probably around 2, I would say, in this picture. And of course he's got shadow going on in here that I want to see if I can do water soluble with this. And maybe I'll kind of smooth out his, round out his face and put some shadow in here. And his other ear comes right in here. You can barely see it in there. I'm just going to kind of, and then this is darkened in here, just kind of unruly hair here. All right. He's got some hair kind of falling down beneath his ear here a little bit. And there's some shadow going on in here. I don't want to put too many lines on his face. Now I'm going to try to blend this water. Let's see what kind of brushes I have in here. I want kind of a flat one. Pull them all out. They're all upside down here. That one's kind of spooshy. What do I have there? Is an ink pen, a stylus pen. Got a craft, got a knitting needle. I'm looking for a, why do I have these in all upside down? I should have them in the other way. Should have them in this way. So a white ink pen. I'm looking for a flat one here. It's kind of fat though. I want a thin flat one. This one's bent. That's some sort of a Derwent sketching pen. All right. Let's take these and put them back in my jar. What's this? A Pen Plus Gear goldy one. Knitting needle. This one I haven't used. That's a tiny one. We might want that one out. This is a soft one. We'll keep that. That's my pens. What's this? And these are longer. This one is flat. That's why I got it out. We'll play. I'll play with what I have. And I want my water. Now I have a variety here. I took this one because it was angled flat. This is a Derwent sketching pen. It might give me some shadow. This one is a tiny one. This one would be good for the background. And this one was flat, but it's splayed out. I'm gonna not use that one. This one's kind of splayed out too. Put it back in. Because this one is nice and soft. So I think those are what I'm going to use. And I might want my ink pen out yet because, all right. And I've only got 10 minutes to do this. I have to do more of this sketching. It's just me playing. It's just me playing. So I think I'll take this Derwent pencil. Derwent sketching pencil, and I don't know if it's water soluble, but look, it gives me a nice shadow in here, and I can see if it's going to become water soluble. I don't think it's Derwent, so my thought is it will, but I could be wrong. And then he's got a shadow in his neckline here. Well, let's see what happens if I add some water to it. I'm going to start in here. See, and it is. See how water soluble this is, the ink? And you just kind of want to do it lightly. And I think even the Derwent is soluble, water soluble. So one of these. I don't need them both. Now, let's see if I can kind of blend this in here. Bring it down this way under his chin. A little in here. A little under his nose. I don't fool around with the nose too much. I think I'm happy with that. Let's take my pen and darken in here. Now let's see what this does. Give it a background. This is just copy paper, so not copy paper, but cardstock paper, so you can't, this is not watercolor paper, so you can't do too much water on it. But I generally like to make a dark background just by putting a lot of, I call this, sometimes when I'm working on, and this is not vellum paper, if I was working on a vellum coated paper, I have some Bristol, might work good on Bristol too. But vellum coated paper is kind of a coated paper, so that ink, if you want to do a dark, the ink doesn't soak through as much. And I'm just adding some lines in here. And you can see the scratching. I've already done water on that, so I don't want to do too much in there. And this is more sketchy sketch than an actual portrait. This is just me getting a feel for this little guy. And I might sketch him more than once. I think I have him looking a little bit older here. Then where's my Derwent pencil? Just give him a little bit more shadow in here. Oops. That fan blows my clouds away. Blows all my clouds away. Let's add some Derwent in here. Shadow in here. I already put water on there because I wanted to see how it would go. I like this. This is the 8B. Boy, I like how that soft that is. This is a graphite, but I think I can smooth it out a little. I'm going to kind of leave the light course, there should be light in there. It should be lighter in there. Maybe I'll darken it because I'm not getting the light behind him. And let's see, I wanted to get... So, if I do this again, I would probably work on making his eyes look a little bit more like his eyes. I'm just kind of getting a feel for him here. And his eyebrow, you just see a little bit of it there. It's not a big heavy eyebrow. You just see a little. And I get shadowing in there, and I'm trying to darken his eye here a little more. And his eyes are round. And let's take my pencil. And there's some shadowing going on in here. And a little bit of shadow under his eye. And his lips a little more here. So I kind of think I'm happy with it. Let me take my brush again if I can find what I used. And see if I can't blend some of this. Boy, it really gets dark in there, doesn't it? Wow, look at that. Let's bring some of that down in here. I don't want to do too much to his face because the more you do to the face, the older he gets. And so this is just a first study sketch. If I did him over and over and over, he would get better. I do need more on his nose in here. I didn't play with his nose too much. Around in the eye in here. But I think I'll stop because it's almost 10. I'm going to put photo reference from Pixabay. So and this is 4/10/2026, and I'll sign it here. There we go. So I keep practicing with him, and he's not perfect but here's the thing. If I turn this off and take this away, and if I come back and look at that, I find that, hey, it's not that bad, because I tend to want to compare this to that, and I see all the things that I could do better. But if I just take it for what it is and use it as it is and say this was my sketch, I'll probably make this my thumbnail. And there's a little bit of darkness going on over here from my water. If I was doing this on watercolor paper, it would be better. Let me zoom out. So I planted flowers tonight, and I did a quick sketch of what I did tonight. Oh, I put my water. I didn't use all that water. Put it in my bucket. And just used a little. I used what I needed. And I think what I want to do is keep these that I selected all in one group. And sort them out. Put them in I have another jar here. I don't have it out. I'll put them in another jar. So let me come out and look at chat. Who's there? Whoops. Who's out there? Come on, flip, flip. Come on, don't do that to me. Allie K says, hi, hi, hi. Allie K says, I like your sketch. Thank you. Vicky, Queen Bee. Thank you, Vicky. She says, a beautiful face sketch, Mary. Hi, Mary and folks. Thank you, Vicky. I need to drop in on more of your streams. I haven't been dropping in on anybody lately. My life has been crazy. I have a crazy, crazy life. Let's see. He's a cute kid, Allie K says. R2 roller pins. Thank you, Allie K. I got mine at the dollar store. Is that where you got them? Let's see where she got them. Do, 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 do. Oh, I have a redirect here. Hold on. Go. No, it's on Amazon. On Amazon for how much? $5.16? Oh, you can get them cheaper. How many are you getting here? Oh, that's the 0.7. What did I have? I tore off my lid. I got mine at the Dollar Tree. I got them for cheaper than $5.16. I'm going to have to go to the Dollar Tree and see if they still have them. These look a little bit different than the ones I have. Well, no, they look kind of the same, don't they? And if you put it this way, because there's the white label, which is up there, I would not pay $5 for them. Because I got mine, well, I got them when the Dollar Tree was still $1. I'll have to see if they're still at the Dollar Tree. Let's see. Let's do that. Let's see if I can get out of here and go to Dollar Tree. R2 roller, is that what they're called? R2 rollerball. I haven't bought them for a long time. Is that them? Right here, 2 count. They're selling them for $1.25. You guys don't buy them on Amazon. You can get them for $1.25 on this is what I got, and I got them at Dollar Tree. So that's what this is for $1.25. I wouldn't pay that $5.25. That might be more than 2. Let me go back to LAK's link, see if it's more than 2. Oh, I got out of my YouTube. Christina says she loves lavender. It's a finicky plant in my hands. Looks like deli meat. What looks like deli meat? What is that brown sticky thing? Oh, this is LAK, if you're still listening, it does look like a slab of, this is a bead mat. They're called sticky mats. The beaders use them so their beads don't roll all around. You can get them at the beadsmith. You get a much thicker one, but I find that these work just fine. I like that the sticky comes clear out to the end. And if you wash these, they become sticky again. It's kind of like a sticky plastic, and they keep things from rolling around, and they stick like you saw. Did you see me pull it off of the table here? Let me show you. They stick onto your whatever you're putting it on. See how that sticks down, and then you put something on it. This might be I'll find something to put on it that I don't want to roll around. Hold on, let me We'll put this on it. So you put stuff like that on it. This might be a little bit too big, but see, look. It is stuck on there. And the beaders use them to, and you can just pull it off. It didn't hurt it any. It didn't transfer any stickiness to my beads. But you get 6 of them. When you buy these thin ones, you get 6 of them in a pack, and you pay about $1 a piece for them. The beadsmith, I paid, it's a much thicker one, and it's probably looks more professional, but it works the same way. These work the same way, and you can wash these. I learned that from the Tatting Online group. And it's just a way to keep your things from rolling off your table. I work in my lap a lot when I'm out on my recliner. And if I put this on my, either on my tray or on my TV tray, it keeps things like my needles and pins from, not the pins so much because I stick them in the arm of my chair, but it keeps things from rolling around. Where am I at here? My live. Okay. And thank you guys for popping in. I was going to see if there was more than 2 pins in there. That seems like maybe it's a whole bunch of them. Because I got 2 pins for $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. Two-pack. No, I would not pay $5.16 for that. How many bought those? 200 people bought those. I'd tell them to go to the Dollar Tree. Let's see. Yeah, compare new from $4.25. I wouldn't pay $4.25 for those. I'd leave them on the shelf before I paid that much for those. I'd go to the Dollar Tree. All right, you guys, I am going to say good night. It's probably after 10 now. It's 10 after 10. So thank you so much for coming in. Have a really good weekend. I got out on my phone, so I don't know if this is centered or not. But have a really, really good weekend. I will stream again Sunday night at 6 p.m. Central. I hope to get back on schedule. I'm going to do more sketching. I'm having fun doing that. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.